Hi guys, hello, everybody. It's MicheleMarieDalene, and today I don't have a lot going on because it's Saturday, and most people don't always do a lot on Saturday, and I'm certainly no different than anybody else. But today I wanted to talk to you about something that Chris Pirillo has been addressing with the iPhone X or iPhone 10. And I thought I would take the time to explain to you my opinions on this. So let's see if I can find my channels. Terms, settings, help and feedback, switch accounts, switch YouTube. No, this isn't what I want. Alright, where's my subscriptions on this thing? Come on. Oh, here it is. Okay. So I want to go to the Chris Pirillo page because I wanted to read to you what he's been saying. So I'm going to go to all. This is a whole different layout than I'm used to. So bear with me. Okay. So let's see. He's in the C's. BuzzFeed. Here it is. Chris Pirillo. And I need to make sure this thing is on. Yes, it is. I want to make sure the sound wasn't muted. That would be really irritating. Putting it bluntly, you have to find the sound muted. Okay. I want to read to you my comment that he said.
Feature. You can easily document in marketing.
Okay. Now, a lot of people have addressed questions to him, and I wanted to... Alright, let's see if we can hear it. Here it is. I'll just type read more. I said, Chris, I think the horse is dead, but if you could design your own iPhone and iOS, what features would be of interest to you? Me, I want a fatter iPhone like my iPhone 4S with a standard micro USB port with 1.2 gigabytes of transient programming area, 64 gigabytes of user storage, and a standard 4.5-inch screen. A good front and rear camera, 8 megapixels is good for me. Micro SIM slot, TF flash slot, and an LTE bands that covers T-Mobile, AT&T, and most all 4 networks. The iOS would be the kernel where you can add services, features you need and want, thus keeping more TPA available things you find important. I would have my Apple team go through their bug reports and fix them. Add-ins would be separately available. That's what I said. And, of course, I didn't hear any comments yet, but that's probably not unexpected because people do comment on these products, as we can find out here. What I basically want is an iPhone 4S upgrade with a micro USB port. Why would I want a micro USB versus the Thunderbolt or the Lightning connector? For one thing, the micro USB port is problematic, and I'm not gonna lie, it is. Okay, the micro USB port, is. I'm not used to this system at all. I find the micro USB port on my phone to be a great thing because Dory uses a micro USB port on her Android phone. My MiFi uses a micro USB port on it as well as the jump charger connector is also a micro USB. It is not a Apple Lightning connector at all, which would be nice if it was, but it's not. Okay, so this is a micro USB. My iPhone 4S has got a 30-pin dock connector, which is fine, except of course the 30-pin dock connector is also a little bit large for most people to want to cope with. And some of the early micro USB or 30-pin dock connectors were really designed for PC board mounting. And companies were trying to take a PC board mount connector and trying to make it into a lead to plug into the device. Some of them did not use proper insulation on the pin, the leads coming off the flying leads, and we're resulting in things getting shorted, which is always bad juju. So that would be why I would never particularly be too enthusiastic about that. My memory and capacity on my phone is, of course, my success depends on this. I like my phones to have more RAM than I do. But I'm going to do right now, I'm going to do something very stupid. Oh, okay, that's stupid. I want to go to the dashboard so I can rename this file. I should be able to do that. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to www.utube.com /. So YouTube, okay. Did I spell? You spelled a dashbeard. I can't do anything right. Oh, okay. I got it. BOARD. Dashboard. Thank you. So this is the dashboard, and it's telling me I can get, there is a Creator Studio dashboard program. Yeah, install it. I think I've had this one already, except it doesn't really help me with renaming the files. So, yeah, I got it on my iOS device as well. So, let me go back now to my phone. So right now I can rename it. Let's see. Okay, let me go to the desktop. No, I don't want to go to the desktop version. Oh, this is where things get so nasty. Alright, so I'm downloading the YouTube dashboard app on my phone. And okay, so let me clear all and go to, it's just another bloody thing to put into the, because I want to rename this file, because it would be nice if I could rename it while I'm still doing the video, instead of having to. Now, this, I said, this is the same one that is already on my system. So I want to go to the video manager. It's like my iOS device. Videos. The only thing is that I don't see any way to rename no, that was for okay, I never can tell which one's who, so so what I'll do is I will do this at the desktop upstairs, because I don't want to screw this up at all. And okay, so anyway, I'm going to move this, okay, and I'm going to put this one over here in the Google Apps folder. No, in the folder, thank you. Okay, so now I got that done. So, let's go back to my YouTube app here. So, one of the things that I noticed is when I'm renaming files, is I get into a heap of trouble because and I'm going to put this one over here in the Google Apps folder. No, in the folder. I swear I can. Alright, so let me just, I can't really share this right now because unfortunately, it's really hard to share this on even on the Android device because I really wanted to rename it first. So that's probably what I'll do first. I'll probably rename this first. But let me take a look and see if there's any oh yes, a whole bunch of chats just showed up. Gosh, it's hot. Is it hot there? Yeah, it's sticky. So you want a blend of iOS 10 and Android? Yeah, something like that. Where again, I have the ability to add the features that I really rather see. Then just get stuck with a whole pile of somebody just shoehorning a whole ton of unwanted apps that I'll never use into my phone. This LG phone is kind of compatible with what I'm looking for. I'd rather say USB-C port for charging. Yeah, I do understand that. I know that the BlackBerry Key 1 has a USB-C port. But we got so many micro USB chargers laying around here from all Dory's phones that I figured it would be just easier to have a single phone that does all the good stuff at one time. And the link is an adapter that lets you use a micro USB to charge an Apple 30-pin device. I've seen one. I have one. I have one of those adapters. I've also seen and have access to an adapter that takes my 30-pin dock connector and converts it into a lightning connector as well. So it's very similar to the micro USB-C or micro USB one. It plugs into the 30-pin dock and then has a lightning connector input on the other end. Conversely, I also have, because Dory had an iPhone 6 for a while, I got an iPhone 30-pin dock connector to a lightning connector laying around the house here. And so, yeah, we can go things all kinds of ways. And she says, is the charging case you have on your iPhone a Mophie? I have no idea if it's a Mophie or whatever it is. Somebody gave me the case for free some time ago. I think it's actually one of 3 that they gave me. The other 2, the 30-pin dock connectors were broken on them. So I couldn't fix them because I didn't have a soldering rework station to solder micro surface mount technology. So even though they had the batteries and everything, it was just easy to throw it out. And so like I said, I don't know who makes this case. I could find out for you. I'm going to take this apart and see if I can see if there's any name on it. So it says Power Pack. And it does not say the manufacturer. It just says the capacity of the external battery is 2,000 milliamp hours. Input is DC 5 volts at half an amp. Output is DC 5 volts at 0.8 amps. That's why it charges a little faster. Caution-made explosive explosion fire. Use specified charge only. Do not short circuit. Which is very interesting because we were talking about some of the early homemade or professionally made USB cords. That's exactly what they would do. They would short circuit because there were nothing more than a couple flying leads attached to a PC board, micro US 30-pin DIN plug or 30-pin connector, and they were short. There was not even any insulation, even on the Apple branded ones. I was so surprised because when one of my Apple branded ones broke, I finally took it apart and did an autopsy. And I was extremely disgusted that even Apple didn't even mount the thing to a PC board. Okay. She said, holy God, do you ever notice chat? Well, actually, it was funny you just mentioned that because I just happened to turn the chat on. So, yes, now I'm seeing your chat comments. It looked like a Mophie, which is awesome. As I said, I don't know who makes it, but the point is it's a major part of my my system. It keeps my phone filled up with electricity and keeps my phone working iOS gives you more flexibility to delete apps, like passport and such. I've heard that, but I've also heard it actually doesn't actually erase them from the transient program area. It just actually, or the actual software. They still kind of remain in the background. It just removes their software hooks from the functions. So a small stub of them, normally if a program is running, remains in the transient program area, and there's always a small stub that is used to call in the main routine. So if you really want to seriously not have passport and stuff, you ought to make it easy and just not mandate that be installed without my consent. Just like when I go ahead and install an iOS or an Apple macOS upgrade for my computer. If you ever look at that, there's the options that you can go ahead and pick and choose pieces that you want to add optional installs. So that means that makes the computer use less room. For example, some people will not necessarily remove Safari, but some people may choose not to install Safari and install some of the development code set for like Lion or El Capitan or whatever. So there's people who would rather have that flexibility to just not install software. Let's see here. Let's see. I know some of these questions she's asking is not in chronological order, so bear with me here. I'm just trying to answer some of these things that she missed, that I may have missed in her questions. Let's see. So the charging pack charges. So that charging pack charges micro USB, right? No, this one is an iPhone specific case. Unless you're talking about this one. This one has a micro USB flying lead. But it also has a standard USB input, so I can still plug my regular iPhone 30-pin cable into here. And it will charge my iPhone and charge itself simultaneously. So when you're not charging anything else, and this is powered off, this will power my phone up simultaneously. Something I will probably be doing this afternoon when I retop my phone up. So, yeah, do that. But I think you'll probably find that before you do that, you might want to go ahead and double check what other people have said about that. I've heard some mixed results. Because technically the app is still in there. It's not actually erased from the phone. It's just hidden. So I've heard. Which is kind of a cop-out, because if I really wanted to hide an app, that's one thing. If I want to physically totally clear out of memory like it never existed, that's a completely different thing. So, so for those of you who are watching this, and anybody else get any questions out there, I wasn't expecting to have too many questions, but I did bring my phone so I could at least read some questions on the screen at the same time. Yes, this video, by the way, is brought to you by my iPhone 4S. I wish I had a camera. I wish I had oh, wow. I don't have a mirror, but maybe I can do something. Oops. If I don't drop the phone in the process. Okay, wait. Okay. I know what I'm going to do. Let me do this. Since I don't have a mirror, let me just show you that I'm not smoking crack here. There we have the iPhone 4S. Come on, dude. Okay, and you'll see the iPhone 4S is shooting this video, and this camera is showing you what it's showing this picture, showing you that I'm not smoking, blowing exhaust out of my butthole. So, that's what the camera that we use for this. So let's go back to YouTube. Yeah. Okay. So she says to me, the iPhone battery case the iPhone case has a 30-pin dock connector on the inside that plugs into my iPhone 4S when it sits in the case. Okay, it's also a 30-pin dock connector on the charging port side. So the 30-pin dock connector that plugs into the regular Apple chargers on the outside. And it has the 30-pin dock connector on the inside. And it has a 3-position switch. The 3 positions are off, on, phone charge only, and by the way, off charges the battery pack only. So, off charges the battery pack only, on charges the iPhone. Pretty much it acts almost like a pass-through. And the last switch position is on full, which means now the external battery is topping up the phone, which is something I probably will be doing not too long from now, because effectively switched it on right now because this phone takes a little bit of power. There, I just switched it on. So now the phone will now quietly get some nice juicy volts. So for those of you who are watching this, and anyone else get any questions out there, I wasn't expecting to have to bring my phone so I could at least read some questions on the screen at the same time. Yes, this video, by the way, is brought to you by my power. There, I just switched it on. So now the phone will now quietly get some nice juicy volts. Okay. So everything looks good on this side here. But for those of you who did not know that we were doing online questions, or doing some quick questions today, let me just tell you what we're going to remind you. Like I said in an earlier video, Sunday, every Sunday, not just some Sundays, every Sunday, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, we do a live stream with questions on the computer so that I can read your questions really well. Or now we have the ability to read them out on the porch too, so I don't have to necessarily sit in the house and do them there. We will be answering your questions on the fly like I am right now for this individual here. And same way, you ask your question, you write your question down. You have to be a Gmail user or a Google Plus user to go onto YouTube and ask your questions in the live chat. But ask your questions, you can. The chat is about an hour long. Sometimes it's longer, sometimes it's not. It all depends on a variety of things, from how I'm feeling to, to how many people are actually showing up with questions. But on the average, it's about an hour long. So 6 p.m. Eastern Time on Sundays. If there's enough demand, we will consider doing it twice a week. I'm thinking possibly doing it Wednesdays. Now, are we ever going to get our regular home phone into the system? I was going to buy the parts to make that happen, but you know what? Like everything else in life, it kind of got deferred, and so that's kind of sucks. So I've got 3 of the Forest in a pile. They work, but their battery life sucks. I upgraded the family whenever a new model hits. Okay, well that's great. Some of us don't have that privilege. My battery life on my iPhone 4S has always been pretty good because I'd always never really let the battery go below 50% most of the time. It has gone below 50% a few times, but not really much. And I bought it secondhand in the first place. So if the phones are standard GSM phones and not the CDMA equivalents, and you would like to possibly make a contribution and donating them to my channel, I'd appreciate it. We could always use extra phones anyway. Dory kind of liked the iPhone 4S to a point. She kind of likes the iPhone 6 also, but I've always found the iPhone 6 was a little bit on the bigger side. The iPhone 5 and the iPhone SE looked pretty promising, but I never really got into the 6. So, some of us, like I said, some of us don't have the privilege of upgrading phones just because somebody sends us a new phone every now and then. I'd like to have that privilege, but it doesn't work out for me ever to keep upgrading phones like that. But I will say this much, as I said, if you ever feel like donating, and this applies to anybody, if you ever would like to make a donation to my channel, iBook guy, 8-bit guy complained because people send him so many things, including things that he didn't even ask for. Honey, I'll take amongst anything, at least it's in operable condition. It doesn't matter if it's a phone, a tablet, a television, a microphone, a nice working gas light fixture that you can connect to natural gas, anything. If I can use it, I will put it to work. If I can't, I do know people who will find a use for it. So let me give you my email or my U.S. mailing address so you can make that happen. You can mail it to MicheleMarieDalene. That's MicheleMarieDS and dog ALENE. And the address is 112 Main Street. That's 112 Main Street. MAINST. Okay, in apartment number 9 in Winsted, WINSTED. And if you're going to be shipping anything of any significant value and you're concerned about it getting potentially stolen by the mail thieves in my area, I would recommend shipping it either by FedEx or preferably by United Parcel Service. If you really don't think it matters to you if it gets potentially mail theft or not, you can ship it by parcel post or by priority mail. The post office said they will do their best to not drag very big boxes that they know do not fit into my tiny mailbox here. So if the mail carriers have been pretty good about that. The mail thieves have been leaving me alone for the most part, but we still have no idea who the mail thieves are. But anyway, like I said, anything that is an operable condition. Dory would like to get another one of these. If you know anybody who has another Samsung V100Ts, she asked me about this for her laptop. She wants to use this with her Chromebook. If you know anybody who has another T-Mobile branded Samsung V100T MiFis, let me know, okay? Because it has a removable battery, I can always replace the battery with a new battery if the battery is, FUBAR. And the same thing for the iPhones. If you say you got a couple of them kicking around the shop, then maybe I can go ahead and get in contact with a local shop that'll replace the battery for me. Or maybe I can go ahead and get in contact with iFixit and buy the repair kit and do it myself. Since I do know it's a skill, as Louis Rossman has demonstrated, that it's worth a lot of money. People will pay you to fix their broken phones. May it be water damage or cracked screens or dud batteries, bad charging ports, whatever. If you can invest in the training and the skills to do that kind of stuff, you can make a serious living doing that kind of work. Some people do not mind doing that kind of stuff to a point, but some of us would probably get a fit to be tied if it's the same problem over and over and over again. But I never had a problem with that. The CDMA phone. No, I did not get the Wonder Washers. I'm sorry, I had actually had to defer that this month because I had to pay. Dory was short of money. She has to pay her court fine. I have to pay the court next month $50 for the collections, $50 for the next 3 years. It's not going to give me as much time for a washing machine. I still did want to get a Wonder Washer. I told her that. I said, so when the renters rebate is going to be coming in September or in October, November, we're buying a Wonder Washer. Then again, there's also the class action lawsuit, which I am a plaintiff in, that could potentially, depending on how the judge sees it, I could get anywhere from $300 per each phone line that the spammers had called me on to up to $900 for each phone line that the spammers had called me on. And there was a total of 2 phone lines involved. So I could have anywhere from $600 to $1,800 available cash. That will make it possible for us to do, let's see, I just converted a boom microphone stand to an overhead camera holder for my Oh, someone else said. I didn't see it. Somebody else said. Max Headroom, what is the... Hello, Leroy. How you doing today? I didn't expect to have a lot of people here online, but it's nice to see all of you. Even the troll there. As far as your comment, Mr. Troll, I'd like to know what makes you think that I am that. Come on, talk to me. Talk to me. I'm talking about Max Headroom, KYS F F O F L F F A G T O T. I think you spelled that wrong. Well, no, but you know what? The sad truth is that under the, you know, I'm not a snowflake, so I don't really particularly get upset about it too much. Just click hide on Max. You can hide him if you want, so you don't have to see his comment if it really upsets you. Right now he's not. So you can click block, put user in timeout, remove, block, go to channel. I'm not gonna do any of that. So you do have the option to block him if you really want to. I'm not really gonna do it because he's just. But yes, CP, you can block him if you want. And as far as the other people say, no, I'm not a Hitler fan. Sorry, I'm not. I'm not a Hitler fan. I am a Donald Trump supporter, yes, but I am not a Hitler fan. No, I do not do that. I don't use crack. First of all, I don't need it. I'm pretty active as it is. I'm always running around doing chores around the house. As some of the other people will tell you. Well, anyway, guys, the most important thing is that I'm going to remind you... Mr. Jenkins, do you really want me to demonstrate the power of the system administrator? Okay. Goodbye. The same thing with you, Mr. Max Headroom. I'm putting you on timeout. Bink. Okay. I timed you out for 300 seconds. Somehow I think that's just a little too short. And then of course, same thing for you. I'm going to block you. Block you. I demonstrated 3 features. The first was delete, the second was remove, and the third one was timeout, and the fourth was block. And you got your little spammers, so I'm gonna block you too. Let's see. Okay, so as far as my good users, yes, I want you to know that I really will do my best to keep all of you and your needs to communicate open to everybody. As I said, I did not expect I was going to be doing a live chat today, but obviously it looks like that's what happened. Yeah, whoever said life isn't unscripted. Okay. Another user, wait a minute. Block you. Dink, we will block you. Let's see. Free from using so fat. You're so fat, you need to put on black and white. Let's see. Ha ha. Your humor is contagious. No, I use in black and white because I like the black and white look. Next! Okay. So We will block you. Bye-bye. Getting to be a time-consuming process. All right, so why don't I get ready to wrap this up because the trolls are starting to get under my, skin. We will block you. Okay. Am I Russian? No. I'm Italian Norwegian, actually. Well, do you really want me to answer why my mouth looks like a wood chipper? Besides the fact there's actually like a woodchuck, I can chew wood. Yes, I can. I had a problem with this tooth in the front that came out because of an injury from childhood, and it's not really my fault. It just is an injury, and I'm not Russian. Okay, I am Italian. Roar for U.S. guy. What? This is getting crazy. This always gets crazy. It always does. Yeah. Now that I can read your comments, now you guys have probably quietly were probably laughing my back every time I do these live streams because I couldn't read your comment. Well, guess what, fuckers? Now I can. So now you can't give me that excuse and say I can't see and you're making fun of me. I sure can. Usually, I will leave it alone. And Trump is a lover who wants to give amnesty. Yeah, to who? You realize how stupid that sounds? Bye-bye. You're killing me. I don't put it on black and white to save data. I really don't. I actually checked it. The amount of data I save in monochrome versus color is really negligent. It's really negligible. It's really nothing. I maybe save maybe 0.5% per hour of data. That's it. I don't save really much. I shoot black and white because I like the black and white look. So, to me, look is important. You got a certain image you like. There's a certain look you like. And people... Bye-bye. Fan delete system. I don't know what that means. That's a stupid one. All right. That's just plain rude. Goodbye. Funk. Okay. Sam Wolf sucks. Fuck yourself. Excuse me. This is not a Samsung. This is an LG. Just so I would correct that. Stop and sucking. Stop and. I like that. Stop and sucking the company that didn't make this phone. Yeah, definitely not. 1,000 subs without vids. Well, that's pretty good if you can get 1,000 subs without doing a single video. Sometimes I'm gonna just time out, you guys, because I don't want to keep blocking everybody, because then there won't be nobody watching the videos. Let me just get ready to wrap this up because we're going to go ahead and get the barbecue started soon. If you want to talk more with me and Lumi on Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, Obviously, we now know the chat works. We can either chat on the porch or we can chat in the house, and it doesn't matter. Okay? If we chat on the porch, that's great. I don't have a problem with that. And that starts at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, and it will be on the average of about an hour long. Not guaranteed to be exactly an hour. Sometimes it may run a little longer than other times, but it will be about an hour long. If there is enough demand, we will probably be considering doing a secondary live stream on Wednesdays at 6 p.m. as well. Are we ever going to get the studio line back on the computer so we can do the studio work? Yeah, it's on my list. I do plan to buy the parts eventually to interface the studio system into the videos, but for the phone system. But until that time, just have to be patient. Let's see. No, my teeth are not yellow, by the way. My teeth are actually normal color teeth. They're not yellow. No, I did not drop out of middle school. I graduated from high school, and I also graduated from college. Don't put that up your ass and smoke it. You didn't think I graduated from college? I did. So, 2-year college, that is. By the way, for those of you who are younger trolls, and there is a lot of you guys out there, I'm just going to explain one thing nicely to you trolls. You like... What? Okay, whatever. So... Now you see why I don't read every single question, comment that comes up on the screen, because first of all, you see my face in the phone more than facing you, which would be kind of embarrassing. I am legally blind. I am got really serious eyesight problems, but I've had bad eyesight all my life anyway. All right, so let's wrap this up. So on Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time is when we're going to have another live stream, and it will be officially a live stream. Okay? I don't always read chats during these live broadcast news things, but I did today, because I just happened to be that I was just happened to flip in and see those comments, and I said, oh wow, I was start reading some of them. And so I did. And, but for now, I want to thank you all for participating. Yes, even the trolls. You guys did liven up the channel a bit, didn't you? Yes, you did. Just make sure to subscribe too. Obviously, you are, at least YouTubers, at least you Gmailers anyway. Make sure to click on the subscribe tab and click on the little bell too. So you see a little blue square in the corner? My picture should be easy to find. Right here on this side. Yeah, that's right. Right here on this side. Just click on the subscribe NASQ and click on the little bell so you can receive notifications, and that applies to anybody, trolls or non-trolls alike. I try to be fair to everybody, unless it gets really ridiculous, and sometimes it's getting ridiculous. So, and I will continue to read your comments after this is done too. So, no matter if you missed a question, or maybe you didn't have the nerve to ask the question because maybe there was just too many people and you didn't really know if they would see your question, which is very possible. If you want to leave a comment, please do. If you want to send me private email for whatever reason, you can send it to bsandboyichela3@gmail.com. If you would like to make a physical hardware donation to my email address, U.S. mail address, it's MicheleMarieDalene. That's MicheleMarie DSandDog, 112 Main Street, that's 112 space MAIN space STREET, apartment number 9 in Winstead, WINSTED. The zip code is, the state is Connecticut, and the zip code is 06098. And I appreciate your help. If you want to make a cash donation, you can go to PayPal as well, and you can send money PayPal donation to BICHELA3 or BICHELA let me say it over. BICHELA3 Please be aware that Yahoo has informed me that after the 20th of 2017 of September, they will no longer, their IMAP server will no longer work with the iPhone that is not using anything newer than iOS 9.3. So if you happen to have an older device like I do using Apple iOS 8.3, you will be a little bit in dismay, and I apologize for that. But that will change, okay? Just so you know that will change. So for now, I want to thank everybody for watching this, and yeah, you got my address. Duh! As I just gave it to you. Duh! Alright. But no, seriously, let's wrap this up for now. Thank you guys for watching this. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.